Well, it's been pretty wet and stormy that has set up over portions of the Carolinas and the mid-Atlantic. This is all as a coastal low we've been tracking begins to come on shore. Initially over the weekend, this coastal low is a bit further south, let's say off the coast of Georgia and Jacksonville, Florida, now working its way north, bringing with it the chance for some flash flooding. The highest risk tomorrow, though, or is tomorrow. Now, what you're looking at just with the overall pattern, here's that low. It's turning right off the coast, not expected to be anything tropically named, so that will not beat out the area to watch for that G name. What it is doing, though, is it's pushing a lot of the winds onto shore, and you also have that high pressure doing the same thing. So it's that compound effect kind of pushing all that to spots like Virginia, the Carolinas, throughout Outer Banks. And I think especially when it comes to the Outer Banks, the concern is that they're trying to make those equations to Aaron that they've seen earlier this year, and then what this is. Very different, but still a lot of rain associated with this storm.
Yeah, we'll get more rain out of this in comparison to the coastal impacts that we got from Aaron. I think the coastal flood element of this is going to be very reminiscent of last week. So look out for high tide. Otherwise, I think we'll be just fine. But we're going to have more of a wind element. A few wind gusts, 35 miles per hour anticipated. And then, of course, we'll have several inches of rain when that low does push on shore. There's a look at the rip current risk. If you get a break in the weather, don't think about hopping in the water. Also, notice that we have a rip current risk outside of our stormy weather spot because of this area of low pressure. For example, Florida, it's all kind of connected to what's happening with this low. But in Florida, we have dry weather today and tomorrow.
Right.
So be really careful hopping in the water, because what's happening up in North Carolina is creating rip current risk for a state in Florida where we have beautiful weather that you do want to go to the beach.
Yeah, some of these impacts can be a little bit sneaky if you are on the drier side of a system like this. What we're looking at, let's say for spots like Norfolk, out towards Nags Head and even Hatteras, we have a low-end tornado threat, level 1 out of 5. So what this means is we could see an isolated spin up in association with this low. Typically, when you have a surface low, it adds a little extra rotation, a little extra shear in this environment that can then spin something up. Some of them may just be a special marine notice where you have a water spout that stays off of land. But, you know, with a spot, let's say like Norfolk, you're probably not thinking, oh, a thunderstorm, there could be a tornado in it. When I know that my friends down south, every thunderstorm, whether there's a tornado potential or not that day, yeah, you always have that in mind. So just at least for today, to highlight the fact that it's a chance.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to feel exactly what it is, a coastal storm. So you have all of those elements to it. Here's a look at the rain as it really starts to stretch inland. This is tomorrow morning. So even in Roanoke and Charlotte, we're going to get rain out of this low as it moves on shore. And of course, we're moving this up into the mountains. And so that's going to highlight some isolated pockets where we could have some intense rain. And then we stay very unsettled all the way through Thursday. This is a very stubborn low that kind of hangs out. Rain potential, 3 to 5 inches of rain for parts of North Carolina. That is enough to cause flooding. Haley's highlighting that potential of maybe over 5 to 6. Yeah, when the computer models have an isolated red dot of 5 to 8 inches of rain, I wouldn't get married to that happening where it is right there on the map in North Carolina. That can happen in Virginia. It can happen all the way down towards Morehead City. This whole zone highlighted with that flood potential could be the spot where you get 5 to 8 inches of rain, and that would cause a flood concern.
Definitely. I mean, we had a system, I wouldn't say the same, but somewhat similar, PTC 8 last year. It was not purely tropical, but it had some of those tropical characteristics, brought in a lot of rain, 12 to as much as 20 inches. We're not experiencing it to that magnitude, but 5 to 8 inches of rain, especially on some of these low-lying areas, certainly a concern for flash flooding.